Today we are talking about updates to the Clean Water Act and what is needed to protect drinking water, which is something that impacts every New Brunswicker. So this is a big issue, David. Can you talk about what needs to be done to protect our drinking water in New Brunswick?
There's a huge gap. So in municipalities with municipal wells, like in Fredericton, this water came from our water table through the municipal wells. There are well-filled protection zones where various activities are prohibited or regulated to prevent them from polluting the water table. But in municipalities where everyone is on their own private wells, even though you might have a really dense subdivision, there are no well-filled protection zones. So the solution is we need to create them through this legislation for municipalities where everyone's on private wells, because right now they are at risk of being polluted from all kinds of potential sources, and there is no protection from that.
So we need to make sure we're protecting the public water systems and the private wells. And for both of them, can you talk about what is needed in terms of testing, in terms of the chemicals, the different things that, that might be found in our water?
Well, one of the problems is those are not actual regulations. They don't have legal force. Everything that drives that are Health Canada's drinking water guidelines. So they're not binding, and then the provinces can or cannot adopt them. So one thing is we should, in the Clean Water Act, make it a legally binding standard, not just a guideline. And secondly, the New Brunswick has been really slow to adopt new guidelines for safe drinking water for different contaminants that Ottawa comes up with. An example is manganese. It took us 7 years to finally bring that in to our drinking water guidelines from Health Canada. And we still haven't brought in the PFAS, the forever chemicals guidelines that the Health Canada has developed in the national drinking water guidelines. They don't exist in ours. So that's a problem, and we need to solve that and make sure that when people are getting their well from their private water, from their private wells tested, that they're getting that suite of testing so that all their bases are covered, not just testing for bacteria and minerals.
Absolutely. So we need actual regulations, binding limits, and more guidance for even private well owners. And this is a serious public health issue. We need to make sure that all New Brunswickers have safe, clean, healthy water to drink. So hopefully we will see these things in the Clean Water Act updates.
Well, and there's an inequity there, Megan, because, you know, if you live in a municipality with municipal well, the city or town pays for the water monitoring. If you're in a municipality where everyone is on private wells, you pay for the water monitoring of your well, and for many people it's too expensive to do the kind of thorough testing the municipalities can afford. So something has to be done to assist householders to be able to afford the monitoring of their private water supply. Because remember, it's a communal water supply underground. We're talking about the aquifer, the water table. It's just that in those cases, every individual householder has put down a pipe to pull from that communal supply, but they each are on the hook for paying for monitoring the quality of that communal supply that is out of sight, out of mind in the water table.
So we need to ensure we're protecting that shared resource and ensuring equitable access to clean water. We'll be keeping an eye out for some of these things when the government releases their updates to the Clean Water Act. So thank you for tuning in.